Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
At a mall, and it's an exterior door. And I swapped out the, you guys sent me the correct arm, and I put it on correctly. It's the same exact way. But the reason why they got it, because the door slams on the customers, and I need to slow it down. So I put the Allen wrench that came with it on the end, and I had the door about halfway open, and I turned it clockwise. Maybe it probably went around twice, but now it's like really hard to turn that way, and the door's still slamming shut. And I'm looking at the directions, and it has the other Allen wrench that came with it. It's got the closing speed, control screw, delayed speed, and I don't really want to start, like, because I'm sure this is factory set, I don't really want to totally screw it up there.
Okay. So the Allen wrench that you're sticking into the end of it, the circular cylindrical end, what you're doing when you turn that clockwise, you are making that thing become a beast where it's going to be really hard to open and it's going to come closed on you pretty good.
Right.
So you are sticking your Allen wrench in the wrong area. So I would probably turn that back a couple of revolutions to where it was. Then at this point, you need to be looking exclusively at the valves that are in the face of the body, on the flat face.
Right. Yeah.
So you're going to want to turn clockwise slightly your main speed screw and your latch speed screw.
Those are the two that are together on the top?
Yeah, they'll be next to each other.
Yeah. I got a closing speed control screw and a delayed speed.
Okay.
Those two?
So don't touch delayed. Leave delayed alone.
Okay.
Closing.
So closing and spring power? Oh, I mean back screw?
Don't touch, just closing only at this point. Only the closing valve.
Okay.
So if
and you want me to turn that clockwise?
Well, cycle the door once or twice, then turn that thing clockwise a whole revolution. Tighten it, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So turn it clockwise, and you should see that door is going to slow down.
All right, let's do that. Hang on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes, it did.
So here's the bottom line.
Yeah.
There is another valve on there that is called latch speed screw and should be in the outside corner of the body, even with the main speed screw. That latch speed screw, you can control the 0 to like 15 or 15 degree down to 0. But the main speed, that's going to control like 70 degree down to 15 degree.
Yeah, see, on the directions here, right? The one I just turned, there's two on the top, right? I'm looking at the face of this thing. There's two on the top, and it says closing controls. You're just, I don't have a latching speed. I just have a closing speed control screw and a delayed speed control screw.
Let's look. Admittedly, the instructions are garbage.
They have on the directions. It has 3 on the top, and mine only has 2. So, but it says on the bottom, it says back check screw. Do I need to do anything with that?
No, don't touch back check. So, on the cylindrical portion of your closer, isn't there a decal?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to see a little arrow to that valve that's on the outside corner. So the valve that you just adjusted, This is going to be the valve that's closest to it. That's the latch valve. So there's only two valves you really need to play with right now. The most important is the one you just adjusted. Then, when you adjust the one that's closest to it, all that's going to control is that, like that, 8 inches open down to closed. That's all it's going to do.
Okay. All right.
Do you see that other valve right by the main speed?
I have.
Okay.
Here's what it looks like. It's got the control arm on the top, the main one that goes the spring, right?
Yeah.
And on the top half of this box, I'm gonna get. Let's not even talk about the cylinder. I'm talking about the square box there, right? On the top, there's 2 Allen wrench things, and then right next to it, there's 2 screws that go into the plate, and then below the first screw that I just adjusted, there's 2 screws that go to the plate, and next to it is they're almost like offset, like, I wish I had your phone. I could take a picture.
Yeah.
I could take a picture of it, send it to you.
You can, but the 2 screws, those don't matter. You only want those 2 valves that are close to each other. Then there's another valve that's kitty corner from all of that. Ignore that valve.
Right. What was that? What did you say about that kitty corner one?
Ignore it.
Oh, okay. All right, so I've just got to play with these 2.
We can talk about it, but it's not. You called to say, hey, I got to slow this bad boy down. That one all by itself ain't going to help slow it down.
Okay.
Now here's the key. If there's one thing that you remember from this, do not turn those counterclockwise more than twice. Because if you do, the valve's going to come out, and then the oil's going to come on your shirt, on the floor. Then you need a new closer.
Yeah. Well, what's happening right now is the door, I'm opening it so it's 90 degrees, right? And I let it go, and it goes to slam shut, and about 8 inches before it closes, it slows down.
So the 8-inch before it closes, that's that other valve, the latch valve, the one that's on the outside corner. That valve will only control that 8-inch area.
Okay, well, I need, where it's open 90 degrees, I need to slow it down the other 82 degrees.
Yeah.
When it's open.
The majority of the closing cycle. That's the first valve that you touched. Give that one a good revolution clockwise.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Do it again. See how all that changes. You cycle it a couple of times, and you'll see that the door slows down.
All right. I just didn't want to go too far.
Well, you can crank it all the way clockwise, and what will happen is the thing won't close at all. But just don't unscrew it.
Well, this is what's happening now. It's going to about 4 inches where it closes, and then stays there for about 5 seconds, and then slowly closes. And the reason why this broke before is because I'm in an outside mall, like a walking area. It's like a football field, and the wind takes this thing.
Yeah.
So I just need it to close regular. I don't need it to close fast. I don't need it to close slow. I just need it to close, and I've been.
So right now, your door gets down to almost close, and then it pauses. So the other valve, the one that's on the outside corner, crack that one open a quarter turn. Counterclockwise, crack it open a little, and then see how that changes. And then maybe crack it a little more, or close it a little bit. And what you'll find is it's dastardly, because you'll get to a point where you're making like an 1/8 of an inch turn just to tune it in.
Yeah, well, now it's... now I open it, and when I close it, it goes to slam shut till about 12 inches, and then it bounces, it springs, and then it takes about 15 seconds to completely close. So.
Yeah, so I would turn clockwise the main speed, a quarter turn, and then that other
Is that
valve.
the first one on the left?
Well, no,
Is
the
that
one that's not on the outside corner. The very first valve you touch, which would be closer to the center of the body.
Okay, well, you told me if I turn that all the way, the door, and it closes, the door won't, and that's what I did. I gave it a second revolution, and it made it worse where it wouldn't close at all.
Right, so
if I turn it...
Go in
you
the
want me to... I'll back it up a little bit. Hang on, I got some customers walking out the door. Hang on.
Yeah, that's the worst part about working on doors, people coming through them.
Yep. You're welcome. So I got this other door that's right next to it, and it's nice and smooth all the way. And this one here that I'm trying to fix it, just slam shut.
So what you want to do is cycle that door and then tell me how it operates, how it behaves.
Okay, right now I got it open about 100 degrees, so it's more than,
Yeah.
It's not 90, so I got to open up a little bit more. And what's happening is it goes slam. It basically slams shut now and then stops about 2 inches before and then slowly closes.
Right. So on the main speed valve,
which is the first one on. The reason why I'm saying I can't get confused when you say the main speed, because I'm looking at the directions and none of it says main speed. So
right.
It says latch and speed control screw.
Okay.
Is that
so
the one
you do not want that one. That one is for the first 10 inches. You want the one that's next to it. That's for the problem you're having right now.
Delayed. Yeah, I should take a picture of. I should take a picture of this because the directions are telling me there's three different. What you're telling me and what I'm looking at the piece of paper and what's on here is three different things. So that's where we're getting messed up here.
How many valves are on that closer that you can see?
I think I got three. There's two on the top and one on the bottom on the opposite side.
Okay. The one on the bottom, forget about it. It doesn't exist.
Okay. Yep.
The two, you've got one that's towards the outside of the closer. That's on the corner. That's nearest the outside corner of the closer. Okay.
Yep.
That's the latch. That's only the first 10 inch. So use the next valve. Turn that one a quarter turn clockwise, and then recycle the door.
It's getting there. I think I got to go a little bit more.
There you go. Do an eighth of a turn, because you're going to find that a hair either way is what it's going to come down to.
Guess what? I think I just. You know what? I'm fucking going to live with that.
No, you can keep playing with it. You'll get it back.
I don't want to.
You don't want to be there all day either.
Well, you were right. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. Oh, I'm going to call her out here, show her, and she's going to be happy.
The best thing you can do is show her where the valves are and put the Allen wrench in her hand.
Yeah, no, because they call me back to fix it. So.
Oh, no, you put that Allen wrench right in your pocket then.
Right, exactly. I'm at a Lane Bryant store in Plymouth, Massachusetts, where the Plymouth Rock is. You know the Plymouth Rock where the Pilgrims landed. Yeah.
I grew up in a family where American history was discussed daily, so yeah, I know where you are.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, you've been spectacular, and I appreciate it, and I shall. I thank you for your help. I'm going to take all this shit. I'm going to grab a 6-pack of beer, and I'm going home.
Right on, sir. Yeah, one for me. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.